What's up, guys? How are you? I'm back. It's me, your host, C-Bot. And today I have another haul pickup, I guess, or, mail call, really. A lot of these stuff I got in the mail because I pre-ordered them or ordered them off other outlets like eBay, Amazon. And, some of these things I don't really review or like to review because there are things that people mainly like to review, like I've said before, and there's a lot of them out there. So I just kind of like just showcasing what I picked up, so you guys can see that I also picked them up and added them on to my collection, but not necessarily give you an over complete review of them. I just kind of show them off packaging, show them what they bring, and take a quick look at them. And the reason, a lot of people ask me why I don't do it as a live stream, and the truth of the matter is that with the new YouTube rules, they don't allow me to live stream in any way because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I would like to do a live stream so I can communicate and talk to you guys while I'm doing it, and kind of like mingle and get so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. I can get to know you guys that appreciate what I do a little bit better, and that support me, obviously. But I can't because, again, the laws and that are put in place by YouTube requires me to have 1,000 subscribers. So I guess the only thing I can say is I'm at 650 subscribers at the moment. I need about 350 more to get to that point. I know it seems like a lot, but it probably really isn't for some. But if you guys want to help me in any way, just spread the word. Let people know about my channel, what I do, and if you like my stuff, and then maybe they'll stop by and they'll be nice enough to subscribe if they like what I do. So you see I have some of the Power Ranger stuff. Just picked these up. Just got them in the mail. My Hasbro got them in Hasbro Pulse. I didn't even know they were going to come in right away. I thought that they were going to be a while, but I got them already, as you can see. And then I have one out of box because I was already looking at them to see how they were, which is the Blue Ranger here from the Zeo Blue Ranger. Then I got the brand new Green Lantern from DC Essentials. Then I got obviously the Dragon Balls, the latest, which is Cooler. I took him out of the box as well. And I got Borat, which I got him out of the box too. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at them one by one. So just give you my thoughts on them, what I think about them, if I like them, if I don't like them, and then see what's up, see what you guys think. I do have one more figure that I had out, but I threw out the box and everything because I don't really keep my boxes. I don't have space, one, and two, I'm not a mint-on card collector. It depends if it's something item that's really, really rare and I want to keep it for value, but I'm not really a collector for value. I'm more of a collector for, the love of it, So sit back, relax. This is a new episode of Toys in My Closet, and hopefully you enjoy my overview and outlook of the figures, and you join me for the ride. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in a blink of an eye. So here we are. We start off with Captain America, the 80th anniversary edition from Marvel Legends by Hasbro, and he is a very, very, very nice revisit figure that they went back, retouched, and actually updated him. It's a really nice update, that I think it was necessary and needed. I have the first original one that came out when Marvel Legends first came back on the scene. It was nice for the time, but at the same time the face sculpt and all that other stuff wasn't really up to par, and when you put it next to this one, it's really night and day. And as you can see, this one came with a really nice effect of his hand, with a hand piece where it looks that the hand is open and he's throwing the effect of, he's throwing the shield, and it has this nice translucent white and red piece that attaches it, and it looks like it's like the wind or the force of how fast he threw it, how hard he threw it. Then you see we have here his two fisted hands, like so, painted in a nice dark blood red, which looks really nice. And then he brings an extra head portrait with a kind of a frown. I don't like that his eyes are too separated from each other, but it is a nice face sculpt. Just wish the eyes were closer together, and then, you know, he has kind of a frown. I don't like it too much. But then we'll take a look at him. Bring him up close. As we can see, you see he has really a nicer face sculpt here. Just like that look a lot better. The chainmail there, really nice little star. The reds and the white lines are pretty clean for the most part. I have a blemish right there, which didn't notice, but it's there. I see it now. The belt and the crotch area really nice and thick with the belt buckle, silver. The gloves, white shirt, obviously the star in the back. More of the paint applications. I got another blemish there, I believe. As you can see. Yeah, right there. The back area by his buttocks, the details of the wrinkles, and then the legs and arms, and obviously his boots. So it's a really nice fig, really nice updated version of Cap. Way better than what we had before. I'm going to put his effect on real quick on one of his hands. Let's see what it looks like with the effect on as he's throwing it, like so. There it is. So you can put it as he's throwing it that way, and then you could just kind of, you know, mimic him a little bit, like he's throwing it. And you know, looks really cool as you stand them up. He threw it that way, and you're facing the opposite direction. I don't know, kind of like that maybe. He looks cool. He looks cool. Put him like that. So yeah, he looks really nice. I think he's really nice. So now let's move on into the next figures. Next we have, in true Dragon Ball fashion, the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Star, Cooler, obviously, as you see here, and Bardock, which is, I believe, Goku's father, and I believe Cooler is the brother of Frieza. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's how it goes in the lore. With the art cell on the side, as always, the Dragon Ball logo on the top, and then we'll turn these around, and as always, you see, it's got the promotional shots of the newer waves, as you see here, which is wave 15 and 16. And you see that they have a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and I really didn't want to rebuy them because it was only a difference of the hair being blue and and the suit itself being like a darker blue. I'm thinking I'm just gonna stick to cherry picking with the Dragon Ball Stars series, or the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Star series, with just different looking characters, because I don't like the buying figures that are the same character but just different colors They don't even have different deco half the time. So I think I'm going to stick with just getting characters that I know look different and that look cool, but that are different enough to warrant the purchase. Especially that they're still bringing up the price, and there's a lot of things that I don't like still that they haven't fixed, which I'll tell you as we look at the fix. So here we have him out of the box. We have Cooler and Bordok. So let's take a close look first at Bordok. And Bordok looks really cool. These figures look really nice aesthetically. They look really good. They look just as good to even rival their brothers, which are the SH Figure Arts by the same company, obviously Bandai. The problem is that, the articulation on them still feels very stiff. Not a lot of range when you want to do certain things. They're good enough, but comparable to what we're getting to with things like Hasbro from, Marvel Legends and Star Wars, and the Black Series, and obviously, other things like the McFarlane toys now. It's just at the price point, it being $25, I don't think it's justified anymore. I mean, they've been out for over 2 years, and the quality in the figures is still nice as far as paint job, aesthetics, look, representation, but they come plain. They're still very limited in their articulation department. Like I said, the joints are tighter, which was a problem before, but you don't have that problem anymore. You see Bordok has the nice yellows and the greens. It looks like neon yellow, actually, with the red, forearm pads and the side. It's very futuristic or space-like. The shin guards for the legs in red. The face sculpt is really done really well. With his car there, really nice looking. But again, Bordok only comes with a set of hands that are open for the Kamehameha, which we already seen, and then the fisted hands. They don't come with extra portraits or lightning effects or anything like that to warrant the $25.99 price point that they're at now. They used to be $19.99 and now they're $25.99, or $24.99. So Bandai had no problem raising the price, but have a problem with adding better articulation and more accessories. So we'll take a look now at Cooler. And as you can see, Cooler looks really cool, very different, very futuristic. Nice black with the red eyes, big blue symbol in the front with the spikes coming up, and the mask, the detail on it, really nice with the ears. It looks like a shark head type mask. The white cloth piece here. Go around him is a nice matte white with the greens and the neckline, and on the arms the same blue pearl with the spikes coming out, with the shin guard for the forearm. See the sculpting of the muscles, the crotch area, and his arms and legs is very thick, and biceps, and very correctly executed in proportions. So the aesthetics are really nice. Then the shin guards for the leg shin, they go all the way around, look almost like the top part of a boot, with these emerald blue emeralds on the side of both. And then the 3-foot monster feet that they bring, plus his tail, a really nice tail. Look at the back, spikes coming out. The tail's really nice. It's articulated as well, really nice looking. And I believe Cooler is only out in the Dragon Star series, and he's a big tall figure, so that's a really nice thing. He feels girthy, he feels weighty, it feels like he's not cheap, feels like he's quality. The way that the plastic feels is much better than what it was when they first started. Feels sturdier and more durable. Like it's not going to break on you just because you're playing with it and positioning it and posing it and things like that. Even the standing's a lot better on the figures as well. So yeah, that's, they look good, but again, I think for the $25.99 price point, they need to kind of step up the game and get more on the level of Marvel and obviously McFarlane, even Diamond Select, as you guys will see in my Spider-Man review. They stepped it up a nice amount, and even the plastic feels more rubbery and softer, as opposed to these. They feel harder, a little more brittle, which feels like they might be able to break on you. Even though aesthetically, like I said, they look fantastic. They look beautiful. To put it on the show, on your, as a showroom floor, and for the price point, to add it to your collection, to your display, I couldn't recommend them enough because they're gonna look nice. But to keep playing with them and posing them in numerous amounts of ways and having that, freedom and flexibility of just making them look good and not being afraid of playing with them, in that sense, I can't recommend them because they're still not there. They've gotten better and they've done a lot of things better for sure, but it's not there yet where you can feel comfortable as a figure collector, poser, photographer, or just a person just likes to fiddle with this, collect action figure collections. It just might not be for you guys. So on to the next figs. And here we go. In traditional Hasbro fashion, they continue to really show off how much they love and care, the properties that they actually pay attention to and have at hand, which is kind of a shame because, I feel they were just tapping into the Overwatch line, and I believe it has come to a halt, or maybe even possibly to an end. We have Wave 4 in the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. This is the Power Ranger Z Blue Ranger from Zeo. No, Zeo. It's from Zeo. Then this is the Power Rangers SPD Red Ranger, the Mighty Morphins Power Ranger Yellow Ranger, and I believe this is the Beast Morphers Cyberverse Red Ranger, right? No, Cyberverse Blaze. So his name is Blaze. And you see the art on the side of each character in a nice artistic, like paint, water paint deco. And we're going to look at each individual box here in the back separately. As you can see, we have the Blue Ranger first, right there. As you can see, we have the Blue Ranger promotional shot of him, really nice in the back. Again, this is the SPD, the Zeo Ranger, Zeo Blue Ranger. Then we have the SPD Red Ranger. Another promotional shot right there of the figure, really nice. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Yellow Ranger with the box art looking really nice as well, as you can see there. Really nice. And then obviously this is the Power Rangers Beast Morphers Cyberverse or Cybervillain Blaze. Emotional shot of him there. Very nice figures in this wave. Really attractive looking Beast Morphers. It has the label, as you see there, right at the top. SPD, Zeo, and Beast Morphers. So you identify which actual series they're from. Now let's take a closer look at figures out of packaging and each and every one individually. Okay, and here we have wave 4, the gang outside of packaging. And as you can see, I like to put the human portrait on them because I don't want to feel like they're going to waste. And you can always display them with the helmets anyway. But it's a really nice touch that Hasbro continues to include the head portrait for those that have, like doing either photography or have displays with the human characters. And a lot of the names of these human characters, forgive me, the actors, I don't know their names. I definitely don't. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. But I do remember them from the shows and what their face looked like. So, as you can see here, we have the SPD Ranger. And we'll start off with him. And as you can see really fast, there is the likeness of his portrait. And his head really, really nice. I think he looks very much so like the actor and the character, with his dreads and everything. It says SPD right there on the label. Pretty nice paint line to the paint, the paint applications on the wrist there. He has the little communicator that says SPD. The belt is nice and gray, and I like the soft and the plastic that they're bringing. One of his holster guns that go right there and fit in really well. Then his other gun with the translucency effect, the translucent blue effect. You can see there the gray on the top part of his boots, and they are in red. And then you look at the back, and I believe this is supposed to be what actually holds the SPD. He has the SPD logo there on his patch on the side of his arm, and I believe they're supposed to be like cops in the universe and space. If I'm not mistaken, they're Power Ranger cops. Then they have the nice effect where these two guns combined form a more bigger gun. So let me do it this way. Push here all the way through, right here, and then you bring it up slowly, and now it looks like a rifle or a shotgun. Really nice detail on the weapons, as you can see. Take these up, put it on the side holster, like so. On the side holster, and you see that his communicator just fell off his hands while I was doing it. Okay, there we go. Wait, almost. Oops. There you go. And then obviously I had him here with the gun and the lightning effect on his hands. There you go. So there you go. And he comes with also a helmet, obviously, for his suit, which is a really nice interpretation of what it looks like, with the patch there on top as well, like he has on the shoulders, as you can see right there. That says SPD. The black visor, the mouth area looking all in piece, almost like a beetle type mask, with the little thing in the front and the back, the indentation, looking like Dutchman sort of. Vaya, señores y señores. Then we have his set of hands that he comes with. One karate chop, and then one trigger finger for the gun. Next, we'll move on to the Blue Ranger from, what is it again? Z? Is it Z? No, it's Zeo, like zero. Take a look at his face and portrait. He looks, I think this face is supposed to be like a Spanish actor, right, or something like that. I think it's cool. He has a little earring there in the corner. His hair. He has all that nice detail on metallic gold, is it? Nice details in there. Even on the neck. Coming in on the shoulder pad area where it is painted on the butterfly. Here on the wrist gauntlet of his shin, or his forearm rather. Same thing on this side with the gold trim, where you can't really see you can't really see the hand. Yeah, you can't really see the ball hinge or the hinge that it has for the hands for the movement. It's kind of like hiding. You know, the blue on the belt, as you see, the gun holster, his traditional blade sword with this nice lightning piece effect in the end. You can put pants, the belt buckle looks good on the other side. The top part of the boots with the nice detail gold, and then a nice looking pair of boots that look matte finish and with the wrinkles, which is very, very, very nice. As I see there. Then if we want to see what it looks like without the helmet, we'll bring in his helmet. Looking really spacey and futuristic with the indentation of the mouth. Put it on like so. Like so. And then this is what it looks like. Obviously with the mask on. He pops really nice with that gold. He looks really, really, really dope. He's so far one of my favorites, which is presently surprising me because I have no connection to Zeo Power Rangers, none whatsoever. And also, real quick before we continue with the next, we're gonna pop off the SPD Ranger's head, and we're gonna put on his actual other head. This one came with the effect piece. There it is. And this is what he looks like with his head on, with his helmet. Looking very SPD, very clean, very cut. It's really, really nice. The way they look, nice and clean. Mix and matching. So we'll put that in there like this, like so. Continue the tradition. The effects piece, for some reason, seems to have come very loose for this particular figure, just to let you guys know ahead of time. So let's put this over there. And Blue Ranger from the Zeo also brings an extra set of hands, which are basically there you go, closed-fisted. a left and a right, and that's a handset. Plus the one he has on him. That's a handset. Very cool. Next, we'll move on to the Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger. As you can see her here in all of her glory. And there is her pretty little face. With the nice hair and the actual lines of definition in her really horse black satin hair, which looks beautiful. Here is her weapons of choice, these little scythe looking, futuristic scythe looking things with the paint job really nice on them, with the yellow and the silver, the translucent piece, and you see the yellow lining with the white on her suit. She looks really nice and matte, the finish. There's the belt and the communicator, really nice there. Comes with the blaster. That's a really nice extra to have in the holster. Here's the other side. Here's the other side with all that nice effect as well. And the weapon, nicely proportioned all the way down. Nice buttocks area. A nice yellow on the white, going around on the boots with the wrinkles. So she looks really cool. Wow. That is the Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger. And what we'll do is we'll bring in what she comes with, which is basically a set of extra hands, which is one is a karate chop and the other is a trigger finger for the blaster she brings. And then of course her helmet, which looks really, really accurate to the TV show, really nicely done. The saber-tooth teeth in silver there, painted in silver. You can tell on the head, on the top, and the dress. And then the cybernetic looking mouthpiece with the black visors. Look, and the little horns that are the ears right on top. So we'll put on her helmet, just so that you guys take a look at her with the helmet on, as the Yellow Ranger, right? Boom, as the Yellow Ranger, and here it is, the Yellow Ranger. Looks really, really nice. Really nice and proportioned well too. Proportioned very nicely. As you can see there. So looking good, looking good. Boom. Put it right here for the continuity of what's going on, which is really cool. Her hands over here really nicely, and her portrait obviously really nicely here on this side. I'll put it here for now. You can't, damn it. And then last but certainly not least, we're going into what would probably be a contender already for one of the best figures of the year, especially from this Hasbro Power Ranger line. And this is the Beast Morpher Cybervillain, I think it is. Cybervillain Blaze. And then you can see his portrait of the character, the actor. Most people said that it's the best one. It looks the most like him. It looks really good. I think it looks very close to something like what Duke is going to look like, but with shorter hair. All this is really nice. Then he has a vest that goes on top of his suit that is very pliable, very nice, soft. He has a burgundy color. He has a bunch of plates all over him. This communicator piece right here in his hand. It looks really nicely done right there. Silvers and burgundy plates all over in the back. You can see it there too, over here by the belt. His belt buckled. All these details here looks like armor. The belt buckle here too, which looks like the emblem of choice with the red. These silver dots here. Anything in the other arm. With the wristband in black. His glove, really nice. this cool looking suitcase. Really nice. Then he has the blade. Looking wild with this pink, purple, or fuchsia or magenta type effect. Some people don't like it. I think it's cool because it just looks like there's electricity running through their weapons. Really nice how this looks draped over like a, like a suit. Really nice and slim. The anatomy is really nice. And you see the nice matte black with some shine and gloss on it. Really nice with the boots again. Really nicely detailed. The top part of the boot being black as well. He looks really dope. He looks almost like he could work for as a pirate selling very delicate high-tech stuff that can hurt people in the future in the world of Power Rangers. And then he comes obviously with another sets of hand, which these are in burgundy as well, as you can see there. They're really nice. They're fisted. There's a left and a right. And you can see his helmet. Looking very cat-like, almost like, I don't know how to explain it, but it looks very cat-like. It's very weird, but dope at the same time. It's futuristic. You see the eyes that are indentated right here. The stripe on the top, and the visor you see a deep orange with some teeth, and then the ears in the back look like 3 ears. Really nicely done. He looks really good. Even the way his shoes and his boots look at the very end, very nicely detailed, as you can see there. Looks like it's strapped on. So let's put on the mask on him, and then so you guys can see what he looks like. Señoras y señores, ahí está. And there he is with the mask on, looking very an authority, Power Ranger style. And he's a villain from what I understand. So he looks cool, like most villains usually do. He looks cool. Very cool. So I'm gonna put him here in his Power Ranger lineup over here, as you can see. And there is the brand new wave 4 of the Lightning Collection of Power Rangers, obviously by Hasbro. So this wave is really nice. Has a nice amount of pieces from very different Power Ranger Power Ranger series. So for all the hardcore and obviously the figure enthusiasts, this is going to be a really nice set to pick up. And I believe set wave number 5 alongside the double pack with Rita is coming out real soon as well already. So I think we're going to have a really good year in Power Rangers as well. So let's move on to my last pickup. And here we have the side art of the DC Essentials 7-inch scale Green Lantern Hal Jordan from DC Direct. And as you can see, it's a display of the promotional shot of the actual figure itself with the glowing mist of green in the background. Really nice looking. And if you turn it around, you see the actual promotional shot of Hal in the back with other upcoming figures in that wave as well, which is the Catgirl, Nightfall, Catwoman rather. You know that I have the Yellow Lantern Sinestro because I already showed him and showcased him on my other video, and then the Nightfall Batman. really nice packaging. So, you know, this was my DC pickup so far for this year. So let's see, or for this month, let's see what he looks like out of packaging. And here is how out of packaging. And he looks absolutely beautiful. He's gorgeous. The colors, the matte finishing, the details, the fine little details. He looks really, really nice. Really, really nice addition to the DC Essentials. And as you guys know, with the DC Essentials, they're very compatible with the McFarlane toys. So I only have one Green Lantern other than this one. That's also Hal Jordan, and that's basically the DC Classics from the DC Universe Classics. And here's his face portrait first. Really nice looking sculpt with the hairline, really nicely done. With the mask, you see the eyes whited out, the jawline looking really elegant, the whole bodysuit coming down, the symbols really nicely painted, really clean, really nicely done. Has a little pearlescent specular specks inside of it. If you look at it closely, really nice. Green shoulders, then the black in between the biceps and the forearm area, the long white gloves. And again, this is not sculpted, this is painted, but they did a really good job to sell the illusion. To sell the illusion that there it is. That is actually like if it was sculpted. Nice clean whites. Credit. Nice. Really nice there, white glove. As you can see. Then the actual Green Lantern ring. The white gloves there. Black's over there. Crotch area. It's all painted. It's not sculpted like the McFarlane, but it looks really good. And the reason why I wanted to pick him up, the nice green boots as well. A lot of shared parts, but the paint work and design of the characters are so different that I think it justifies the look. They still look very different in their own right. So that's what I think is really important, because it sells the image of what it's supposed to be. So a really, really nice figure. I highly recommend him. I think he's really well worth it. The reason why I picked him up is because I don't think McFarlane is going to go into the typical more AAA characters in the DC universe right away. I think he's going to go with the more obscure stuff when it comes to the comic related stuff. He did a Superman, because we really haven't had a really good Superman. You saw he did a Batman, but from a completely different comic book reference. I don't think he's going to hit Green Lantern anytime soon. So I figured, what the hell, let me pick him up and add him on. Because he fits well. If not, then he's just a nice figure to have in my DC, Essentials line. So I'm going to bring in more characters from the ones I picked up. As you see, there is my latest haul and pickup of, figs from obviously various different collections. Not easy to maintain all these figures in their right place, obviously, because to give them their dedicated time fairly, you really need to have the right time dedicated to basically really showcase all of them appropriately. And that's not an easy thing to do. Well, especially when you have so many characters, you know. So let's see if I can fit them all in. Which it looks so far like I'm not going to be able to. Because they're off the camera. I'm trying, people here. Bear with me. I really am trying. And then maybe in the back I can try to sneak in Blue Ranger over here somewhere. Yeah, maybe. There we go. Maybe. I say maybe. There it is, guys. That's my latest haul and pickup of figures. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and showcasing real fast of all the figs that I picked up recently in mail and pre-orders. And I hope you had fun with me trying to show them to you. And thanks for stopping by. Share this video with someone you think might enjoy it. If you come across it, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs down if you thought it was horrible. Leave a comment down below and tell me if you like the figures, if you like any of these characters from these series and collections and toy lines or collector lines. If you plan to pick them up and add them to your own collection, or if maybe you probably already did add them to your collection. It's quite possible, because not all of these are new. These are old, and a lot of you probably already had them. And if you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you for stopping by. If you subscribed for the first time, thank you very much, because I know you didn't have to, and I really appreciate it. It means the world to me, because it helps my channel grow and become better, bigger, and gives me more possibilities for better and more future content like this. So remember, because you did, I consider you now part of my family. And if you're in a position that you can help me out in any way, shape, or form, or would like to, because you enjoy my content or enjoy what I do or enjoy me as a YouTube fig reviewer and influencer and video game enthusiast and aficionado, you could always try to reach out and help by my Patreon and my PayPal, which is down in the description below. And remember, it's only if you want to, from the kindness of your heart. And if you want to find me on social media, I am on Twitter as Hebot Powerful Gamer. I'm on Instagram at under C_respect, and I am on Facebook under my regular name, but I'm going to do one for Hebot so you guys know it's me as well. So guys, there you have it. Toys in my closet, toys and haul and unboxing and showcasing. This is your host signing off. Until the next episode, until the next showcase. Good luck figure collecting, and have fun. Remember, this is a wonderful hobby that we all enjoy and share the same alike, because we enjoy it. So until the next one, guys, love you very much. Bye bye.